when I first did it, I was super raunchy, right? And then I caught my first person, and it made national news. It made all over the place. Like you can find my story like all over the world.
What's the headline that people could Google at home?
Usually, if you typed in the words Punisher Squad or Vigilante, Punisher Squad Vigilante, like all sorts of things, like from Switzerland, Germany. Like I'm super popular over in Switzerland.
Wonderful.
But after that happened, Whisper changed the way that their search engines run, because you can search for specific terms in Whisper. And after you did that, you could not search for young girl or older man anymore. It just doesn't work. Nothing pops up. So they did change a little bit, but the perverts don't change. So I ended up posting one time. I caught a guy posting. It's spring break and my parents are making me do the dishes. I just hate life. Ugh, with a sad face.
Yeah.
Totally. Boom, dude. Instantly get all these older dudes trying to hook up with this young chick.
Oh my god.
So, but like when I would post like the obvious stuff, like younger girl wanting to get drunk tonight. My parents are out of town. Hit me up. Something like that. Mm-hmm. Within 30 seconds, like the inbox is just like going off, and like sometimes it comes to a point where like you got to take the post down because the phone will freeze up because of so many people, because it goes all over the world.
Oh my god!
But it's location
like
based.
A huge ecosystem of predators.
Yes, it's location based. So, like, you can search for, like, 1 mile radius, 5 mile radius, 15 mile radius, 20 mile radius, 50 mile radius.
You know, I bet a bunch of these guys are cops.
I never ran into a cop yet.
The keywords, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite episode of To Catch a Predator. You remember that show, yeah?
That's where I got the idea for doing what I do.
All right, cool, awesome. My favorite episode of that, it's hard to find, but the clip is on YouTube. But they actually bust a cop.
He's a cop.
They bust a cop in To Catch a Predator, and if you search like Live Leak or Ogreish, or sometimes people re-upload it to YouTube, but it's not on YouTube all the time because YouTube just they practice rabid copsuckery.
Take shit down.
But dude actually runs from the cops, which is dumb. I mean, he should know. He should have seen the show. You know, when the guy comes out there, you know you're going to jail for attempted rape of a child. But he runs and they end up tasering him, and he's like crying like a baby. It's just like sweet music to me watching that cop get tasered and he's crying. You know, he's like, I don't want to go to jail. Well, you should stop chasing like tail or staring at the grammar school kids trying to grab yourself some itty bitty titty, you sick fuck. You know, like these people are scum, man.
Yeah, I have a question. Have you ever made contact with like other small groups that do this around the world that do catching of child predators and stuff?
I've reached out to like anybody that's ever been on Vice, because Vice is constantly showing people doing this.
Yeah.
Anybody I've ever reached out to Vice, because like a lot of the, like, I can't remember which one it was, but there's a particularly popular video on Vice where this guy does it, and it doesn't seem like he's turning people into the police. Like, he doesn't actually show any of that on the video. It's just like him going up and like screaming at people and like telling them off, and then you can't tell what happens after that. Like, I always film. That's my favorite part.
It's documenting it and then putting it out there because you got the evidence out there.
Fucking great, dude. The boner killer. Like, can you imagine that? Like, totally thinking that you're gonna get to do like some awful nasty fantasy, and then like you go to jail. One guy that I caught, dude, he's in jail for like 4 or 5 years. He had to go to work, and he decided to call into work to go bang a fucking 13-year-old. And when he got to where he was going, like, it was me. And like, I actually chased that guy because he drove off.
You know, maybe if you shave and get a blonde wig, you could pass for a 13-year-old.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I just took a quick look at his YouTube channel there. I'm just like, that would be a scary image actually. So I gotta look at your face there. It's just like, oh boy, that drag would be quite the scary thing. That would probably kill make the boner retreat into the body.
So, the video here. Let me try to find it really quick. Which one it is?
Yeah, if you got a specific video, I can put it up where everybody can see you. You can like put it in like the Hangouts chat there.
I have my first video, which is great.
But it's quite interesting because also not too far north of you, over on the other side of the border in British Columbia, I think it was, there's actually quite the active group that does similar to what you do. But I guess they got in trouble right at the end of last year because I think they took their antics a little bit too far. And I think one or two of them ended up getting arrested, I remember seeing, because their videos were constantly popping into public freakouts on Reddit there for a good month and a half. And then someone in chat actually pointed out that apparently Vice did one on the Victorian group or something like that, which I think is the one I'm referring to.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about what happened to Curtis. They actually tried to go after him over some ridiculous charge.
Oh, they did.
But yeah, you're going to play one of your videos for us, aren't you?
This is my first encounter, my first takedown.
Okay, you guys able to see this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm go ahead and sort of expand this just a little bit. I think that should do the trick. Okay, I'm gonna hit play.
Exactly what your plan was when you messaged a 13-year-old girl on the internet and told her you wanted to fuck her.
I was just gonna talk to her. That's why I told her nothing.
You were just gonna talk to her?
I was.
Do you know how much this sounds like an episode of Dateline? You know how ridiculous it was when I saw it was you?
Can you take your hands out of your pockets, sir? Do you have any weapons on you or drugs?
Yep.
Why don't you throw it on the ground?
That's it.
You keep your hands on your head. So what was your plan with the 13-year-old girl after you repeatedly said you wanted to fuck her?
Honestly, I was not gonna do anything.
Really?
No.
What were all those words on the messages then? Suck daddy's hard cock.
Honestly, it would have never happened. Honestly.
Really? Then why were you coming down here to pick her up? What time is it?
It's like 9.
It's like 9. So what do you think should happen to you now? Should you go ahead and call the cops and let them know what you did, or should we? It's up to you. I suggest you get your cell phone out, call 911, and let them know what you did right now. You're gonna admit to everything, because I've got it all on the text messages.
That is quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I meant it when I titled in the description, "The Man, the Legend." Like this guy was blowing up all over the internet for setting these scumbags up, and it's beautiful.